General.
How come you don't have a dark elven accent?
My accent? Oh, I lost it ages ago. When I moved to that remote village where I conducted my studies. They had their own dialect.
What's your take on our companions?
Why?
Because I value your opinion.
Sorry, but I don't like these kind of conversations. I'm sure you're capable of forming your own opinions.
I'd like to learn more about your craft. Mysticism.
Such as?
You said that you can feel souls. How is that possible?
Hard to describe. Though I think it's an ability every mage could learn. I've always had it. Just imagine, the sea. The sound of the waves. If you live near the shore, you'll probably become insensitive to it eventually, to the point where you can't even hear it anymore. It's similar with the tapestry of souls. Most people have the ability to sense it, but they've grown numb to the stimuli. That never happened for me.
So, what you're saying is you can hear the presence of a soul? A flame?
Plural, but yes. To stay within the metaphor, when the vanishing first happened, it was as though somebody dropped a stone within a perfectly unmarred sea. It caused ripples. I know that may sound a bit vague, but it's hard to explain to somebody who has never seen the tapestry at all.
What does my soul look like?
Strong. Bright. White, somehow. It's a solid flame. Not as impressive as the flame of someone like Tahar, but nonetheless remarkable.
You mentioned that there is more than just one reality.
That is correct.
How come I haven't heard about this?
Probably because the other realities don't affect us. I mean, think about it. Yes, there are millions of other realities out there. Some very similar to our world, others where the principal kinds or the guardians don't even exist. But how does this impact us as individuals? Yes, the scholarly aspect is exciting, but that's about it. I think that's also the conclusion the Hibernians came to eventually. They extensively researched the matter for hundreds of years, and then just stopped.
What do we know about the reality the God of Light comes from?
Well, you heard the Aliani chieftain, didn't you? Apparently it's not a reality at all, but a place between the worlds. The City of Light. It's a fascinating thought, really.
If the God of Light can enter other realities, couldn't we too?
In theory, yes. In practice, however, I doubt that organisms such as ourselves would survive such an attempt. We talked about this, but the Hibernians spent a lot of time trying to transport living beings into other realities through minuscule fractures in the veil. However, everybody they attempted to send through died instantaneously.
It's ironic if you think about it, isn't it? There's an infinite number of worlds right behind the veil, yet we're stuck on the other side of the looking glass.
Let me ask you something else. Could you tell me more about yourself?
What is it with all the questions, General Erev? I don't mind, but I don't really see the point.
Because I'd like to get to know you better.
Is that so? Well, ask.
What was your profession back when you still lived in Lar?
Intelligence.
What?
Right. You wouldn't know. Dark Elven children are taken from their birth parents at the age of 4 and are given a concoction that wipes most of their memory. Then they are sent into the communes, giant buildings where they live until they come of age, with hundreds of other children who were born the same year. These are their brothers and sisters, whereas the Exalted Father and his Queen become their parents from the time they enter the commune until they come of age.
The Exalted Father becomes their actual father. That's mostly symbolic, isn't it?
Symbolic, but deeply imprinted into their brains.
Your son didn't grow up in a commune, though, did he?
No. We lived in a village near the border where laws weren't that strict. Also, being influential, as I was back then, allows different options when it comes to the upbringing of your child.
Figures. They wipe their memory? In other words, Dark Elves don't know their birth parents?
No. And reaching out to your child while it's still in the communes is a punishable crime. You'd also be wasting your time, because once your child has been given the concoction, you're no more than a stranger to him or her anyway.
To what end, though?
To weed out the weak from the strong, and to determine which caste the child is most suitable for. Intelligence, strength, endurance, etc.
So they're raised and educated in the communes?
By the overseers, yes. Though they don't intervene too much, apart from training and teaching them. The idea is to let the pack, the children of each generation, develop their own hierarchy and dynamics.
Throw them into a pit and see who comes out on top.
Well said.
And the parents agree to this?
Well, they don't bake cakes and throw confetti to mark the occasion, but yes, they agree. The communes are an inseparable part of Dark Elven culture, and, albeit at a cost, they work. The communes provide every child with the same chance. That's more than can be said about Finon Mir or Nortanda culture.
Strength, intelligence, and endurance. So, Dark Elven society is divided into castes?
Yes, the entirety of which constitutes the realm. Speech rules, strength fights, and wisdom preaches.
And what happens to the weak?
Depends. Most of them just end up in endurance, doing farmer's work. Others die.
Interesting. And you were assigned to the intelligence?
Correct.
What castes are there?
6. Strength, intelligence, speech, wisdom, endurance, and soul.
Strength is the army?
Army, city guard, and so on. Pretty much every job that requires muscle and knowing how to kill. Most Black Company mercenaries used to be members of the Strength before they changed professions.
Figures. What do members of the Wisdom do?
Preach. They devote their life to both Nor and the Exalted Father and spread his ideas.
Endurance?
Yes. The workers, farmers, and craftsmen. They do the simplest, but often the hardest and most important jobs. Not the truly demanding ones, though. Those are reserved for the slaves.
What's the purpose of the speech?
Politics, mostly. Or bureaucracy. Like Ambassador Jarrus here in Greykeep.
What does the soul embody?
The leadership. The Exalted Father is a member of the Soul, as are most nobles and people of influence. You're not really chosen for the Soul, though. You need to be born into it. In other words, unless your parents are members of the Soul, chances are next to naught that you'll be raised into it. I mean, there are exceptions, but they are rare.
What's the purpose of the intelligence? To study magic?
To gather knowledge and explore magic, yes. Did you ever marvel at all the constructs, demons, and creatures that make the Exalted Father's army such an impressive force? They wouldn't exist without the intelligence. Certainly, spending most of your life in dank laboratories may not be as glamorous as fighting for glory on the battlefield, doing nifty politics and attending conclaves, or holding masses in front of hundreds of lost souls. But if it weren't for the intelligence, the Exalted Father's empire wouldn't be what it is today. Not at all.
I can imagine. And your mission was to study the nature of life and death?
And the nature of reality, yes. I have to say, if there is one thing I miss about the time before my exilement, it was the Dark Elves' appreciation for magic and knowledge. Not even Kalea's universities can hold a candle to the sanctum of the intelligence in Karlabrock.
What made you leave the Dark Elven Empire?
Long story. I don't want to talk about it.
How is Dark Elven culture different from Nortandian culture?
In just about every aspect. Dark Elves value the collective over the individual, hardship over pleasure, self-control over displays of emotion.
What do you think about it?
Good question. I used to be an avid advocate of dark elven culture, but now that I've lived abroad for a while, I can see why most foreigners demonize us. Slavery, sacrifice, demonic incantations. It's easy to write the Exalted Father off as the epitome of evil. The truth is, however, somewhat more complex. Calabroc's system may be brutal, but it works. Better than most societies, for that matter.
But at what cost?
Society always means compromise. I don't think the Exalted Father rejoices in the suffering some of his servants have to endure. The only reason it seems evil to you is because you come from a different culture that values different ideals.
Is there anything you miss?
I can't say. Ever since I left, I haven't really looked back.
How do you feel about being an exile?
I don't know. I suppose part of me misses having a sense of home, roots. But there's no point dwelling on the past. It is how it is.
Let me ask you something else. Well,
Sure.
back in Lar, you said that you lost your family to the Bloodburn. Would you...
No. I'm sorry, but I don't see how my personal life is relevant. I am here because the God of Light is a threat to us all, and I want to see the matter dealt with as swiftly as possible.
Don't you feel easier around people you know?
Of course I do. However, I'm not here to feel easy, but to stop the God of Light from devouring this world.
Well, if you ever feel the need to talk about it, I'm here.
I don't think that will happen, but if it's conversation you want, why don't we talk about your past? And judging by those nightmares you have, and according to the rumors, your waters also run deep.
Wait, how do you know about my nightmares?
Well, I'm a light sleeper myself. And it doesn't take a dreamweaver to connect those shouts that came from your tent just before we arrived in La, and a pair of bloodshot eyes to your ominous past.
If by my past you're talking about that incident in Imperia, I have to disappoint you. I don't remember it.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't interested in the details anyway. I only care about the result. You made a tragic mistake, and other people paid the price for it. In the end, that's what it comes down to, isn't it?
I guess. What are you getting at?
I merely want your opinion on a question I haven't found an answer to. Say a person makes a terrible mistake. How can that person be sure he or she won't do it again if confronted with an identical situation?
You can never be sure. Every situation is a new trial.
I think so too. Frankly, I think most people are too quick to forgive themselves for their mistakes. It's almost as if they believe that their apologies and regret undo them altogether. They don't. I know it sounds dramatic, but if an innocent ever suffers under your actions, it leaves a stain on your soul. And that stain stays for the rest of your life, which is good, if you ask me. Some sins don't deserve forgiveness, and some sinners don't deserve absolution.
So, what exactly are you saying? That I am...
I don't know what you did, so I can't say. I guess what it boils down to is that people who messed up, whoever they may be, would do and be particularly aware of their actions and decisions.
You're right. People are too quick to forgive themselves.
So you agree? That's a surprise. All that being said, I do approve of the Queen's decision to make you General of the Wolf Guard. I even see why she did it. It's better to have someone who knows their demons lead us than someone who doesn't. Now let's get back to the task at hand, shall we?
What is it?
General.
Did you hear back from the Black Company's leader yet? We still need to find information on those rogue sleepers.
Good of you to ask. Yes, I have. And he agreed to meet us. We can make for Calabrock as soon as you want. Oh, never mind.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you for a favor. There's someone I want to pay a visit to when we get to Calabrock. Someone I have a score to settle with.
Who? What did he do?
She. Remember how I told you that I lost my family to the Bloodburn? I just found out that... Well, I have reason to believe that their death could have been avoided. By her. I promise you that there'll be no bloodshed. At least not if I can help it.
All right, but we must be quick about it. We can't afford to lose time.
I know. Thank you. Let me know when we can set out.
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar, you cast him a questioning glance. He points to a mountain in the distance, towering towards the white-blue sky. We're here. A moment passes before you notice the opening at the foot of the mountain, like a crack in the hull of an insect's egg. If there's information on those masked elves, then this is where we'll find it, he says as he steers his horse around and makes for Calibrock.
I didn't think I'd ever come back here. At least not so soon.
How long has it been?
4 years.
I'm still surprised these guards let us through, no questions asked. We stand out like a bunch of goblins at a court ball.
As I said, the Exalted Father is on good terms with most other nations and puts a lot of effort into keeping it that way. In other words, as long as we conduct ourselves respectfully, we shouldn't get into trouble.
Are we free to talk to the citizens?
Yes. Though you can expect them to be reserved, most Dark Elves prefer to stay among themselves.
I always thought Lar was an imperialistic nation.
It used to be, before the War of the Six Races. Ever since, the Exalted Father has mainly focused on keeping the country in its current state. Make no mistake, though, the realm is merciless by human standards. Any kind of internal opposition is dealt with swiftly and brutally.
Fair enough. So, where do we meet this mercenary leader?
I arranged a meeting place. Come on. What do you want?
Look out!
Get ready!
You're next!
Who were they? Thugs?
Derelicts, probably. Outlaws who abandoned their caste. Though these look like they just fled the communes a few days ago.
The communes. We talked about this, didn't we? That's where Dark Elven children are raised.
Yes. If you flee your commune, you become a derelict, an outlaw. Come, let's move on.
Yes?
That way?
Keep it up. What's this? Out of the way.
Sounds like a plan.
Over here.
Lead on then.
Look at that. A highbrow.
Are they talking about us?
About you. Just ignore them.
Sure.
Try to keep up.
Over here?
Really.
Stay close. This way. Interesting.
A pale blood. We don't get many these days. What can I give you to ease your travels? A potion, maybe? Provisions?
Who are you? You don't look like most of the traders around here.
You're right, because I'm not. I'm a derelict.
And yet the guards let you trade here.
They do. I guess I can be quite convincing.
Let me see your wares.
Of course.
Fair offer. Yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need.
That's me.
Got it.
This is it.
There's no one here.
He'll be here in a minute. Let's...
Brother! How long has it been?
Not long enough.
As friendly as ever. So, this is the new Tahar?
Ellen's reigns. Catrith? Catrith Virtars?
I didn't realize I had Elven fans. Oh, wait. You're the Elven vagabond, aren't you? Neria?
This man is a criminal. He fought for Rondar Lacane during the Purity Wars. Give me one reason why we shouldn't kill you. And while you're at it, how in blazes did you survive?
After our fight, one of my men found me and saved me. Simple as that. Nasty little head wound. But it doesn't really matter, does it? What matters is that my affair with death made me put some things into perspective. Long story short, I realized that that I messed up.
So you realized you made a mistake and went straight back to Calibrock to found another mercenary company? I don't buy it.
It's what I do for a living. But the Black Company is different. No more leg-breaker missions, no more working for warmongers. Look, I'm not saying that we're trying to save the world. I just don't want to be involved in shit like the Purity Wars anymore. And if I manage to do some good in the meantime, why the hell not? Now, can we stop with the dramatic backstories, please? Wraith told me about your mission, and I'd like to help you. Which is why the Black Company will reduce its rate to 300 gold pieces a day.
For an entire garrison? That's a steal.
It's enough to cover our expenses. Happy, brother? We can keep working together.
Great. On to the point. Do you know anything about a group of rogue sleepers that siphons the souls of civilians?
Siphons the souls of... All right. Start from the beginning. Quite the story. But yeah, I might be able to help. I didn't know about their new hobby, but I think I know who these sleepers are. And I'm sure I can dig up some good information on them. However, I want your help first. My daughter, Sarobi. I want you to find her.
Fine. What happened to your daughter?
She fled her commune, after I encouraged her to do so. However, she's been missing ever since, and I'm starting to get worried.
She's become a derelict.
Yes. After I sent her a letter reminding her that life is too short to spend it slaving away for the exalted fucking father. Now, I want to find out where the hell she went, but I need to keep my head down. You, on the other hand, well, you could go looking for her.
Why do you keep calling Wraith your brother? Are you related?
We were in the same pack back when we were children.
You mean you grew up together?
Yes, though that doesn't mean that we're close. Technically, every child who grew up in the same commune could be considered my brother or sister.
Though I do have a special place in your heart, don't I?
Of course.
Why do you need to keep your head down? Does the realm have a quarrel with the Black Company?
Well, half of my men are derelicts who deserted the Strength, the exalted father's army. Plus, I myself have a colourful history with the realm.
Catras was a high-ranking officer in the Strength before he chose to run away and found the Deathmen. There's a bounty on his head high enough to buy a castle in Leonida.
Though that was 20 years ago, it's not as if there are headhunters stalking me around every corner. Why do you always have to be so dramatic, brother?
If you're wanted, then why stay in Calibrock?
Sarobi. Once I know she's safe and sound, I'll leave. Probably even for Greykeep, if you still want our help.
What about Sarobi's mother?
Bad subject. Let's not go there.
So your daughter knows you. Wraith told me children are given a
concoction that erases their memory, yes. Sarobi drank it too.
So she doesn't remember you?
She doesn't. But I remember her. And I won't have the realm turn her into a mindless hull they can use as cannon fodder. I won't. All those people. They know nothing but the crap the realm's been spoon-feeding them from the day they were born. Live, obey, die, that's it. They'll never hear the sound of a Thinanmere harp, know the touch of an Empyrean woman, or see the sunset over the Sea of Dreams. All they'll remember when they die are these goddamn caves, the pointed roofs of the temples, and the bloody smell of moss and mouldy shit seeping through those tunnels like some... I don't know, you get the point. So even if my daughter doesn't remember my face, I want her to know that she deserves better.
Noble words, Catras. I'm surprised.
What did you write in that letter?
Just that I want her to have a proper life. And how she could get out of that place without getting caught, which she did. As my men told me, Sarobi hasn't been seen in the communes for over a fortnight now. However, she hasn't contacted me yet. And that worries me. Find her, and I'll look into that murderous sleeper cult of yours. Plus, you'll get the Black Company's full support in stopping Sir Evil God. You have my word.
Won't us snooping around Calibrock raise suspicion?
Actually, it won't. Catras is right about us being the perfect candidates for the job. A servant of the realm is expected to abide by 100 rules and conventions, whereas people will probably dismiss any odd behavior on our end as humans being humans.
Makes sense. What does your daughter look like?
Tall, slender, long white hair, bit of a pointy nose. She got that from her mother. I suggest you start by asking Tevos. According to my sources, he's her closest friend in the pack. Last time we saw him was near the southern precipice. He's tall, has chin-long hair, and quite the pretty face. I'll be here, so let me know when you have a lead.
Okay.
All right. Let's find that boy, Tevos. I know the way. I don't see anybody.
Ellen's Rains. It can never be easy, can it?
Hi. You looking for someone? Well met, my friend. A refreshing sight to see a pale blood in these caves. I'm Kel, merchant of the most exquisite wares in all...
You said you can help us. We're looking for someone. A young man. Tall, long hair, good looking. His name is Tevos.
Yes, I know the dream dust addict. And yes, I can help you. But for some strange reason, I can't seem to remember. Who knows? Maybe some coin or your help with the delicate matter could help jog my memory.
Fine.
A welcome sight. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Tevos comes here every morning to get his daily sniff of dust. He's buying it from a man named Iveth. Except that today they got into an argument and Iveth and his men took him away.
Any idea where they took him?
Someplace with less guards around, I suppose. Probably one of their hideouts. And yes, since that's what you're going to ask next, I can point you in their direction. Just don't complain to me when you come back a head shorter.
We can handle ourselves.
I knew you were going to say that. Well then, here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
Good.
Yes! It's about time you showed up.
What do we have here? You were expecting me?
Of course! You think I posted that ad for shits and giggles, that I was hiding in the bushes waiting for someone to read it so that I could go, tee-hee, fooled you. No! Although I wasn't expecting a human to answer it. No matter, I'm sure you can learn on the job.
You must be mistaken. I don't know about any ad.
Oh, come now, there's no need to be shy. The name's Gildan Varys, 2nd Lieutenant of the Exalted Father's Strength, a retired. Go on, your turn. Name and current employment.
General Arev, commander of the Wolf Guard. What's this about exactly?
General? Funny name to give someone, but who am I to judge? Can't say I've heard of the Wolf Guard either, but I suppose it will do. So congratulations, you're in. But no time for celebrating. We need to get to work, apprentice. William won't summon himself.
Who or what is William?
Oh, look at you asking insightful questions. Good job, apprentice. I like to encourage curiosity. I've always envisioned myself as a mother moth, flitting from light to light, leaving dots of knowledge with which to cocoon themselves, and...
Tiara's breath, just to answer the question.
Impatience is not a virtue, apprentice. Anyway, William is my demon, or will be. The ritual awaits. I was going to do it alone, but I'm glad I waited. One mistake with this summoning and kapow! I'll be a smear on the ground. But now you're here, we can proceed.
Okay, I'll help you. What do you need?
That's what I like to hear. Take a look at this. I've been scratching my head over it for the past moon, so now it's your turn.
This must be ancient. It's covered in dust.
Oh, no. That's just the dandruff. Don't mind that. What's important is what it says. We only get one shot at this, apprentice. My William is counting on you.
Where are we going?
Back already?
What do you need our help with?
Oh, nothing too taxing. Do you see that trader over there? I only need you to deliver these flowers to her.
Why'd you need us for this?
I can't leave my wares unattended. Look, there's no catch to this. I just need these flowers delivered.
All right, we'll do it.
Right away. Thank you, Paleblood. I'll be waiting.
We meet again, Paleblood.
Someone asked me to give you this.
Oh, my, aren't they beautiful? May I ask who it was that sent you?
Kel, a trader who has his stand on the western end of the square.
Him? Such a sweet man. Will you bring him this as a token of my gratitude? I'd be eternally grateful.
I'm not.
Thank you, Paleblood. You're a treasure.
Yes.
Back already?
We did as you asked.
You did? And, how did she react?
She wanted me to give you this as a token of gratitude.
A gift for a gift? Oh, what a marvelous woman. Here, something for you as well. Maybe you'll find a use for it.
Much obliged.
Sounds like a plan.
My apprentice! I hope you studied hard. I'll start the incantations, you handle lighting the stoves.
Interesting. What's this? What do we have here? This way. Out of the way.
Yes! That's it! You did it! Good work, apprentice!
Where am I? Wait, no! Not again!
I'm listening.
I knew you could do it, apprentice! You've made me so proud!
You helped drag me back to this place!
Wait, Gildan summoned you before?
He won't leave me alone!
Now, William, that's enough. I think you've mastered all there is for me to teach you, Apprentice General. Here, your payment. Good luck. Keep studying. Come, William. Let's go home.
Well, that was unexpected.
Hobby necromancy never ends well.
What is it?
You've had your warning, Tevos. More than one.
But I told you, I just need one more day. There's this new boy in the communes, and his parents are smuggling in money to help him through.
Sorry, Tevos. You've had your...
What's going on here?
None of your goddamn business, Pale Blood. Now, unless you're here to pay us the money this little shit owes us, I suggest you take your authoritative Pale Blood attitude and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Aren't you a likable fellow?
All right, I'm not in the mood for this. Let's do it the hard way.
Music to my ears. Kill 'em, boys.
Make it good.
No. What by Nor did you do? You killed them!
It was you or them. But your way of saying thanks makes me wonder if we made the right choice.
He's worried that the Dust Syndicate will come after him now.
Damn right it will!
Look, it took us way too long to find you, and I'm short on patience. So stop bloody whining and start talking.
Okay. But what do you want from me?
We're looking for a friend of yours, Sarobi.
Sarobi? Then I'm not sure I can help you, because I haven't seen her in weeks. We're not exactly on good terms anymore.
Let me guess. You were more than friends?
We were. But I messed up, and after that she became strange. When that weird woman started showing up, it only got worse.
What weird woman?
She was from intelligence, a mage. Whenever she came to the commune, she would take Sarobi aside for special training. Apparently, she taught her advanced magic. Something about the veil.
The veil. Isn't that what separates our reality from others?
It's the fabric between dimensions. That woman must have taught her how to conjure. It's the art of glimpsing into other realities, or even transporting elements of them into ours. If Sarobi has been taught how to conjure, that might actually help us.
Transporting elements from other realities into ours. Isn't that dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. Not only could creatures like the God of Light enter our world that way, tampering with the Veil can also have damaging effects on one's sanity. But as I said, if Sarobi has been conjuring, that could lead us right to her. To interact with the Veil, one needs a special kind of talisman, which allows the Arcanist to see the places where the Veil can be altered. And if one does alter it, it leaves a trail which we could follow. The question is, where do we get a vinculum?
I might have an idea, but it'll cost you.
You're joking.
All right. The crypts. I saw them bury a high-up from the intelligence recently. Maybe you can find one of those linkulums there.
Worth a try.
Didn't you say we should abide by Calibrock law?
I did, but I don't see any other options. Also, the graveyard is outside the city, so it should be easy to do this without anyone noticing.
Fine. Let's get to it then.
Good luck. And here. I think I owe you this. It's a key to the Calibrock tunnels. That'll make it easier for you to get down into the swamp without anybody noticing. Just make sure she's all right, will you? I know she doesn't care about me anymore. But if anything was to happen to her, you know what I mean.
All right then. Let's get down into the swamps. The boy's right. The tunnels are probably our best bet.
Good to see you again, General.
Have you by chance seen two dwarves in the city?
Funny you should ask. I did actually. About a week back. The boss mentioned the mess going on with the dwarves. So they caught my attention.
And?
And I had them watched. One of them went around trying to get a letter couriered. So I posed as a messenger and took it. Turns out it was just a letter from a homesick boy to his father. Here, take a look for yourself.
Thanks for the letter. Did they mention where they were headed next?
No, and I didn't ask. The other one, his friend, had the most intense stare. Once I realized they were harmless, I wanted out of the conversation as soon as possible.
Okay. How did they look? Did it seem like they were in trouble?
Trouble? No, I wouldn't say that. The other one, the companion, mentioned they were kicked out at the inn for starting a brawl. They seemed quite proud of it.
I see. I'll be going.
Farewell.
Just give the word.
Keep it
Yes?
up.
Good to see you again, General.
You wanted to discuss something?
Ah, yes. Since we'll be working with you for the foreseeable future, I thought you might want to invest in us.
Invest? We're already paying you.
For our superior service, yes. But we could do even more for you. Be more.
Okay. I'm interested. What would I have to...
It's simple. The company only requires one material.
Crap.
Yes. Our alchemists need it for a myriad of things. All you have to do is keep an eye out for it on your travels. Bring it back to me.
I'll let you know if I...
Fantastic. Good luck, General.
I'll be going.
Farewell.
You got it.
I'm here.
Humans? Huh.
Probably traders.
Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
Of course, take a look. You have yourself a deal.
I'm listening.
Yes?
Yes?
There. That's her. Scythe.
What is it?
Just give the word.
Wraith! You have some nerve sauntering about here unshrouded. Give me one reason why I shouldn't call the guards and have you hanged.
And you have some nerve threatening me after you killed my son and my wife.
What by Nor are you on about?
The blood burn. You knew it would come for our village because you had seen what it could do. And yet you didn't tell me. You simply left us to die.
Really? Is that what you tell yourself to help you sleep at night? I had as much reason to doubt the blood burn as you had. Yes, I had seen the village it destroyed before it headed our way. But back then, there were no indicators what it really was.
No indicators? The symptoms were...
Almost identical to the red fever, yes. Swollen limbs, blisters, bleeding from the orifices. Every scholar in his right mind would have dismissed these blood burn rumors as nonsense. Yes, I agree, we should have known it was something else by the time it hit Calibrock. But we both didn't. If anything, we both messed up. The only difference is that you refused to see how dangerous it was, even when I already had. Not even when your pretty wife begged you to flee. And even when you finally realized what you had done. You didn't face your error, no. You simply abandoned the realm and the Exalted Father altogether. And that, dear Wraith, is something I will not let go unpunished. You're coming with me.
You're not punishing anybody. Put that weapon down.
Shut your mouth, Pale Blood. You should be glad I'm not reporting you to the guard for traveling with a traitor.
I'm not coming with you, Scythe. You'll let us walk away now and pretend we were never here. Understood?
You're giving out orders? A derelict to a seer of the intelligence? I'll take down the lot of you myself if I have to.
Yes? Back off.
Make me.
It must be done.
Derelict.
Claws of Nor, I shouldn't have provoked her.
Look around. There's no one here to come to your aid.
I'm sorry, I just lost it. Let's get away from here before someone sees us near the corpse.
Will anybody connect her death to us?
There was no one around, so no, I don't think so. We can talk about this once we get back to the keep. Let's focus on the mission now.
What's this?
General?
Over here. What do we have here?
You know how to bargain, don't you?
Yes, want to trade?
Stay close. Guess the smith isn't here.
But look, there's a note on his workbench. Gone hunting? That's not very helpful.
Well, maybe he'll be back later. What's this?
Make it good.
Shit.
Are you okay?
What? Who? Oh, a pale blood. I mean, no offense. I wasn't expecting to run into anyone over here.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was admiring the melancholy of abandoned architecture. Noah's claws. Okay, don't look at me like that. I was doing a ritual and... I made an error in the incantation. Next thing I know, boom, undead everywhere.
You were doing a ritual all the way out here?
Well, it's a perfectly good spot. I was only trying to show the old bat what I was capable of. Oh, hey, you look like you have great undead banishing weapons. What do you say? I can pay you.
Okay, I'll take care of those undead for you.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you would. Here, this key unlocks the old commune. Let me know when they've been dealt with. I'll wait here.
Yes?
Sure.
Interesting.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan. You got it. Fair
Send
enough.
it back to
Let's
the
do
ground.
this.
This is it.
Over here? Finally, some action!
What do we have here?
Dusty air greets you as you step through the double-wing gate. Except for a bit of mold and rust, the old cast house is in surprisingly good shape. Still, there's no warmth to these halls, only sharp angles, metal, and stone. Hard to imagine that dozens of children once called this place home.
Out of the way.
Here we go. That way?
You know it.
All right, here go. So, what's the plan?
Over here?
Get ready!
Do you want? I'm listening. Yes? This way.
Yes.
That's me.
Try to keep up.
Sure.
I could use some healing! Attack!
General?
Sounds like a plan. So, what's the plan?
Look out! A spirit!
It must be done.
What do you need? Yes. Over here. Keep it up.
Sure.
Stay close.
Where are we going?
You got it.
Mm-hmm. Lead on then.
That way?
By no, this again.
Yes.
Challenges.
What's this?
You're back! How'd it go?
The undead are gone.
Excellent. I knew you could do it. Payment as promised, with my gratitude. You really are a lifesaver.
Make it good.
This way.
Oh, hello again.
Here's what you asked for.
Aye. That'll do the trick. Is it tight? My best work can't be rushed. Here we are. Use it well.
I'd like something crafted.
Bring back what I... Here's the list.
I'll be going.
Aye. Be seeing you.
Yes.
What do we have here?
Welcome back. Did you find any moon silver artifacts?
Here's what I found.
Ah, wonderful. Let me know if you find anything else on your travels.
Really?
Ah, you're back. Please tell me you have good news.
Your son and his friend made it to Calibrock, but they left before I got there. I have this letter that he meant to send you.
Another one? Well, thank you for bringing it to me. I always said the surface is a dangerous place. Now let me see. Wait, something is wrong. This letter, it's signed by Idar and the penmanship looks like his, but it doesn't sound like him. I hate to ask you for another favor, but can you find my son and bring him home? I'm afraid something is wrong.
You said it doesn't sound like him, but what leads you to believe he's in trouble?
The letter praises Torrin over and over like it's a bloody love sonnet. That's not my son.
He's been on the road for a while. Maybe he's changed. Or maybe he found the courage to tell you.
No. I know my son. He wouldn't write this.
Okay, I'll find him. Does the letter mention where they were headed?
Oh, thank you. The letter doesn't say, but there's a part where he complains about the winds on an...
It sounds like the Howling Steppe.
So you know it? Please, search there first then. Bring my son home to me.
Desolate and austere for as far as the eye can see, the Howling Steppes carve a no-man's land into the heartland of southern Fiora. Intense storms can form with little warning on the windswept plains, but pass just as quickly, thanks to the relentless winds that define the region. Only those who wish to be forgotten linger here.
Over here. What is it?
That's me.
Sure.
Oi! You! Yeah, I see you! I'm warning you! So, you're stupid as well as deaf. Well, you're here now. What do you want?
Calm down. We're only looking for someone, Idar Grainblast. We have reason to believe he was passing through this area.
This is a trick. He sent you, didn't he? He wants you to take him away from me, that's it. I didn't know what else to do.
So you must be Torrin then.
Nihal's bloody hammer, I am. You think you can talk down to me like I'm some stone-brained fool? Huh? You better stop looking at me like that or I'll bust your eyes from you bloody skull. Now get lost! Fuck you! What did I say? You know what? Forget it! I'll send your eyeballs back to him!
Go ahead.
Those claws, what was that?
He was paranoid about something. Come on, let's search his things. Maybe there's a clue as to where Idar went. Huh. This looks like Torrhen's journal. And a letter. Let's see. Blazes. Torrhen was obsessed with him. It says here that Idar was talking about going back to Windholm, so Torrhen had to keep him in his life.
Oh, that's creepy. What about the letter?
Let me see. Huh. No wonder the last letter sounded strange. Torrhen wrote it. He was in the middle of writing another one.
Okay, so Torrhen was paranoid and then wrote those letters. But where's Idar?
Let's keep looking. Maybe there's another clue around here.
I'm listening.
Blazes.
Those aren't animal bones, are they?
This must be Idar. So because Torrhen was afraid Idar was going to leave him, he killed him, and then wrote letters as him so his father wouldn't notice.
And don't forget he carried around his bones like a child's doll.
Guardians. We have to tell Herrick.
I'll leave that conversation to you, General.
All righty. You're back. Well, what did you find? Where's my son?
I'm sorry. Your son is dead.
What? No, not Idar. Are you sure? How could he be dead?
His friend Torrhen. He killed him. He killed him and then kept his body with him. He was the one who wrote the letters.
No, that's... You're lying. You made that up.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I brought back his body. I thought you would want to bury him.
You're a liar. That's not my son. He's still out there. I know he is. Get away from me. I'll find him myself.
What do you want?
What do you need?
Make it good. Yes?
Looks like another one of those Reavers.
Just get...
What is it?
Healing now.
Have to wait.
I can use some healing.
I need help over here.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
What's this?
Yes?
What is it?
What can I do?
Out of the way.
Just give the word.
Just what I needed.
Yes? Lead on then.
Yes? Keep it up.
I'm here.
Fair enough. Let's do this. So, what's the plan?
Make it good. Try to keep up.
Sure, I'll buy it.
Over here.
All righty.
Lead on then.
Move in.
One lives forever.
Not yet. What do we have here?
Piece of cake. Oh, hello again.
Here's what you asked for.
Aye. That'll do the trick. Is it tight? My best work can't be rushed. Here we are.
I'd like some.
Aye. And I'd like to craft a fine piece of gear for you. But my little flame needs a rest. Can't have his little fire going out.
I'll be going.
Aye. Be seeing you.
That's me.
Really?